It is, diba? It is. Especially kapag yung team kailangan kalamangan. Yung Blacklist International, Shinbu.
Feeling ko maingat din yung Blacklist International na magkumpol-kumpol, tol. Kasi kapag ikaw talaga nasyutan ng talo ni Toshi, wait ka tingnan natin dito. Toshi body blocking, Edward, and full clip. Dito ko na talaga nararamdaman yung kahirapan, no? On the Roger kapag... Di kasi talaga yung Roger kapag naka-wolf form Pero pag human form, medyo payat sinukudo yung banat.
Yeah, no. Hindi ka asa dun sa normal hits Mas gusto mo yung wolf pounce talaga Pero eto, sabi, nagpa-pounce din pala yung Dragon, Shinbu.
Nakapit sila dito. Focus kay full clip. Focus ng bala. Mga kaibigan, wala na yatang matitira pa. Ang susunod na biktima ay baka si Eson. Hindi, si Dexter doon. Dragon Tail, Dragon Soul. Nasaan to? Yun na nga, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Dexter will be able to not survive pala to. Kineo, tapos na. And of course, kay Kurtzy naman, and Edward. Toshi here, body blocking on si Eson. Dating si Aqua dito. Kailan ka bababatol? Curse of Crow, Feathered Air? No, hindi na gagamitan at dahil wala rin naman para kay Aqua.
Let na ang Dragon ni Kurtzy. Sabi ni Kurtzy, kanina pa walang nag-uumpisa ng laban. Eto na, umpisa na natin. Umabot na siya hanggang sa dulo ng walang hanggan. Dumating na yung December Avenue. Mula pagkakas hanggang hulo Hirapan niya ng photo si Dexter
Oo well, maraming number na oras doon si Dexter. Actually, I find the Mila pick is still a really potent one and quite an underrated support. But here, the lead is it's getting more and more established side ng Omega PH. Hindi po guys sa gold, hindi rin sa kill. I would not say sa kill, kundi sa mapa.
Sa buong mapa. And actually, sa tingin ko rin, kapag tumagal yung laban, mas lamang sa late game, team fight, sustain ang Omega PH. And tatlo kasi option nila Meron silang Quinta, kaya actually yun ng one hit. Meron silang Esmeralda na gustong humit, mag-steal ng shields. Ang daming pwedeng nakawan ng shields dito, even though counter nung back siya, yung kapag nag-ultimate siya.
Alam mo,
sustain
Gusto ko dito, at least magandang deado yung Blacklist International kasi yung puro panalo nila, malinis lahat di ba?
Oo nga
So, tingnan natin, are they a team who really deserve the new hype? If they're able to, withstand this, kasi alam natin, hindi lang basta wins ang nagde-determine. Hindi lang talaga wins ang nagde-determine sa isang magaling na MPL team. Kundi yung usually enduring Kaya mo kumamba, kaya mong magtiis, kaya mo maging pogi.
Totoo. Tiis, pogi is the way. Feathered airstrike coming in your way. Full clip. Sabi niya ako, men, kaya ko Dragon. Mambalicious, Dragon out. Dragon out, Bobby Trick.
Pero tol, talaga napapayatan ako sa damage.
Oo nga.
Pero ewan ko kung 3 names siguro yan, kung ano yan, kung YSS. Pero
Laban Actually kasi Shinbu, the problem here right now for Blacklist International, ang smart talaga ng ginawang ban ng Kufra ng Omega PH Esports. I think even the Atlas is banned. Kasi without any form of counter initiation, pwede lang pumasok si JZ, si Toshi, si Haze, at kung sino pa man. Kanina pa nila talagang sinusuntok lang and kapag wala silang patay, okay lang Ayan
Pero -1 sila dito Malaking damage siya nabot to. ng Haji ni AGC. And here comes Kurtzy. Goes for Dexter. Pag bumaba na yan, tapos ang boxing. Maalam si Dexter. Bumati dito agad din si Aqua. Nakakapon si Dexter. Still alive by immortality yata. Hindi. Killing spree. KO. Full clip. Darating lang dito. Medyo late na. Tingnan natin kung may magagawa. Din si Eson para dito sa abante ni Toshi.
No form of counter go sa side ng Blacklist International. Ang tagal silang hinihit lagi ng Omega PH Esports. Nakita mo yun sa baba, di ba? Ang tagal nun. Hindi maka-burst actually yung Omega PH Esports But without the damage, without any disengage again, it's giving Omega PH the opportunity to take this game. Let's now look at the items. Oh my, ang sakit na ng tatlong core heroes dito ng side ng Omega PH. May damage na, may CDR, may sustain pa.
May crit pa, Javelin on the Ling. Now sitting at 6.4k.
Yep.
Man, the comeback here is quite difficult. Even yung damage ni Aqua, pwede nilang laruin pa. Kaya pang nauna dito, iindahin ng mga taga-Omega. Just curious on to the push that they can do. There's gonna be the stun coming in from Hayes. He went for the dive. He went up. That's gonna be the rejuvenation na inilabas dito, mga kaibigan. Kurtzy naman, araw ulit kay full clip. Like and form. Wala yata mga insan doon. And push na ngayon gagawin dito ng OMG.
Yeah. respeto na to sa side ng Omega Esports. Hindi na rin sila take ng mga risky fights eh. Alam nila na hindi sila mapapatay agad eh, oh.
Yeah, actually, puro na lang yan, buff na lang. Pero si Eson, no, focus. This time yung Eson, di ata nagtatagal. Natuluyan na. Feeling ko, nag-deal breaker to, ano eh, yung Esmeralda.
Oo eh, Esmeralda, Hilda, feeling ko rin eh. I think ang laking adjustment na ginawa dito ng Omega Esports. Nakita nila yung lineup ng Blacklist na wala pa yung Baksha na naubusan ng tanks na alam mo yung kaya parang Minotaur na biglang bubulaga.
No.
Or na biglang bubulaga. Yung ano kasi, yung Baksha kasi ano siya eh. Hindi siya yung pang counter go na tank eh.
Ay, hindi talaga.
Parang initiating chase tank siya eh. Parang gano'n, medyo passive. Lalo na sa kanyang ultimate, di ba? Parang sustain passive. Siguro yung bubulaga nila dito is the Coterant Inferno, but I think it's not gonna be enough.
Even the Coterant Inferno really not gonna be enough on the rival Toshi on the crits of a GZ. And right now, this is a matter of time before everything crumbles against Blacklist International.
Man, we have ourselves a series. Omega PH Esports.
Yeah.
Every time, laging ganito ang formula. These are the guys na kayang-kaya kagad mag-flip ng table.
Okay.
Nalulugi sila ka ng game number 1. Look at the adjustment. Ngayon, this time, may burst na sila na kaya na rin nilang pumatay agad. Pati yung Lord nalilito na rin. Omega PH Esports. Man, yung wini-wish mo na sana mag full circle lagi.
Mukhang pwede, Chol.
Mukhang pwede. 8K gold for the link. And man, look at this. Even full clip adjusting to the sustain na meron ng Omega PH. The deadly blade is now in his hands. No, nag-adjust siya bigla. Kasi alam niya hindi sila makapatay agad eh. Same problem.
Kasi kailangan mo talaga pigilan yung regenerations dito ng Esmeralda. They're rolling now. Some are even rolling with Oracle, oh. Tama yan yung Strong. Pero feeling ko walang choice talaga dito yung Blacklist International but wait out a mistake.
Yeah.
A grave one that is mula dito sa Omega.
This is the same problem of Omega Game 1. Hindi sila makaburst. Pero Oshin,
Yeah,
the Lord.
The Lord, okay, you're secured. Let's see here, Drumagon. And that's it, napakalinis talaga. At kita mo lang ngayon ng mga membro dito ng Omega. Minega talaga yung Blacklist. And I think yung score dito, Nega, na para sa kanila, 12-2, mga kaibigan. And Omega here, might, is on the road to pushing this to a 1-1.
Omega nun, sabi dito ng Omega PH Esports, hindi nyo naman pwedeng basta-basta gawin sa amin yan. Beautiful Mobile Legends, the consistent threat to all of the teams, the Titans. Omega PH Esports taking this victory.
Well done para dito sa Omega PH Esports. Si Mazrag, napakalinis lang. Gotta gauge and of course adjust mula sa yung game number 1 and they dominate this game number 2. Blacklist International, dun na napigil yung kanilang momentum after 3 consecutive wins simula kahapon. Now we have a series and set up tayo sa full circle.
Ang linis. You know what, this is not the type of game na umpisa palang gera eh. Parang testing of waters yung dalawang teams. Again, respecting the strengths of each other. And it just goes to show na itong yung dalawang team na mahilig, alam nila laruin yung science ng lineup nila. And isa dyan, ang Omega PH Esports. Congratulations! It's now a best of 1 for the next game and I'm excited kasi magkakaroon na naman ng switching. It seems like yung nasa red side yung nalulugi kasi mas nakakapagdikta ng draft yung blue side.
And pero piling ko ang early nung Roger.
Early.
Early na. Kasi parang pag pinakita mo yung main carry mo, yun na yung direction talaga ng mga bans na mangyayari. Right now, alam mo, ang ganda pumili ng mga flexible picks sa Chonga,
yes.
diba? Ganun.
Yes. Agreed.
Or
Alam na agad ng Omega na, okay, nag-Roger sila. Alam natin yung tempo ng isang Roger. Tama ba, Shin?
Totoo. Well, let's see what will be the insights dito ng ating Resident Allies, that is Wolf. We will be heading into a very, very short break after which we will have the post-game for this series. I am Shinbu with the one for Anek, kasama si Manji, magbabalik po ang MPL Season 6.
Are you can with the new Smart Giga Games 99. Get 1 gig data all day, every day for Mobile Legends and more. Game to be great with Smart Giga Games 99.
The way you live your life depends on the network you choose. Your movies, music, and games can only be as good as your network's speed and strength. Slow means
Game over.
but the Philippines' fastest mobile data network means
Game changing.
choose the network that gives you what you truly enjoy. How do you know about this Giga Life?
Simple and smart ako.
Welcome back to the MPL Season 6. My name is Wolf, your resident analyst. You know what? Ang Roger as a pick ay napakalakas in pub matches, and even if you ask pro players, pag sa scrims, ang lakas ng Roger. International matches over the past off-season, yes, it's strong. But what does it make? What difference does it make when it comes to the MPL? Bakit hindi ganun ka daling i-execute ang Roger as promised? Well, let's try to break it down. Una sa lahat, because it's a very, sabihin na nating early game centric kind of lineup when you go for the Roger. And apart from that, you need to check a lot of check boxes, right? Now, Omega, knowing that they are up against the potential Roger lineup, nakita sila ng maraming mga sagot. Case in point, side lanes, they're Yuzhong. You also have the Esmeralda to couple with it. Tapos, meron ka pang Hilda. 3 of the heroes that generally will not be the best when you are a Roger. Hindi ganong kadali silang i-burst down. And even their duelist capability is much better than Roger, lalo na kapag nag-start tayo ng even. What I'm trying to say is, if Roger gets ahead, probably kaya niyang tunawin ang Esmeralda, ang Hilda, at ang Yuzhong sa early to the mid game. However, that did not happen dahil ang nangyari po sa ating laban between Omega and Blacklist, it was very much even in the early game. Can say na lumalamang sa kills ang Omega, but when it comes to farm, you're gonna have to hand it to Blacklist in the early game. Okay naman yung farm nila. Pero pag naglalaro ka ng isang Roger, which I call a hyper-aggressive, tempo-based lineup, hindi enough na pantay na kayo ng kalaban. You need to be so ahead of your opponents. Try to outplay them in the mid-game if you're not ahead. But unfortunately, this is a professional match. This is a league. And Omega, with yung na-mention nila sa kanilang intro video, meron silang coaches, meron silang analysts. They know how to answer this. And we really did see kung paano nga ba ang pag-control sa isang Roger-based lineup, which is, number 1, don't die when you're early. When you're the hyper carry, just don't die. Number 2, fight around your opponents. And number 3, take control of the early to the mid game. So now, Blacklist International leading by a bit. When it comes to the 6-minute mark, almost even 2 kills para sa Omega Esports, 1 kill para sa Blacklist. Pero nakikita nyo na yung looming problems ng Blacklist International. I mean, we can say na makunat yung Baksha, your Carmilla, but the Yuzhong as well as the Esmeralda is unkillable at this point. Nakita natin many times Blacklist tried to go for the pickoffs, but that didn't happen. The Eson and Carmilla from Dexstar, natutunaw na sila dito ni Ling, and by the way, Serena from Haze is amazing. And you also have that execute mechanic from Kurt Z, which really helped a lot when it comes to Omega PH Esports damage, output, and killing potential in the mid-game. So rinse and repeat para sa Omega Esports. Just take the fights when you can. Dapat ang bonus nitong highlight na makikita natin mula sa Omega PH Esports with the Yuzhong catching 3 members of Blacklist International, because if you look at their lineup, guys, 4 ay melee. So naturally, when you're dominantly a melee-based composition, I mean, of course, may ranged form ang Roger, pero kanyang damage output is melee. Naturally, when you're like that, mag-group up kayo, and Yuzhong, Esmeralda shined in that regard. On top of it, is a very good Ling performance from Had Jeezy, our MVP of the game, 6-0 and 5, ending the game, no deaths, and almost a rose gold meteor, which is a very good item eventually kung tumagal pa nga tayo ng kaunti dito. Nevertheless, itemization, execution, all very good wala dito sa Omega Esports. Blacklist International, they had the right idea on how to execute and how to be successful with a Roger-based lineup. Unfortunately, kinapos nga lang sila dito when it comes to preventing their opponents from picking such heroes that they will have a lot of problems with. Hilda was definitely a problem even when played as a support dito. Keith played it well. We have to take note, Yuzhong na uncontested in the side lanes. Definitely bad news para sa isang Roger. And you have that Esmeralda. The way they also collated all of this, put them all together. When it comes to the team fights, that's when you know that a genius is behind this composition from Omega Esports. But we'll see. Game number 3, palitan ng mga henyo for sure sa pag-draft. Come into game number 3, we know the strengths of Blacklist, we know the strengths of Omega. Sure is an exciting game of 3. Sino man nanalo sa ating best of 3 series ito? Back to you, casters.
Thank you so much, Wolf. Game 3, ladies and gentlemen. And tama yun, no? Papagalingan ng mga henyo sa pag-draft. Feeling ko lang.
Exciting.
Because the draft was really taken in by genius approach ng Blacklist. Tapos nakapag-adjust yung Omega, no? By game 2. Pero feeling ko talaga may pagka-giveaway yung yung Roger. Let's see on this game number 3, Manjin.
We shall see. Kasi again, bago tayo nag-end, may switch na naman ng red side and blue side. And it seems like mas nagagalamay ng isang team ang blue side. Kasi mayroong, alam mo agad yung first pick mo parang, tara, ganito tayo. Tas yung second 2 picks, kailangan ma-adjust nila ng tama. And I agree with you, Shin. It seems like kabisado nitong team Omega PH yung galawan ng isang Roger. Malakas ang Roger. Yeah, ang taas ng capability to kill, ang taas ng execute mechanic.
Engage.
Ang taas ng engage. Pero ako, on my part, it seems like marami siyang kailangang makuha muna. Parang yung link, and mukhang mas nauna yung team Omega PH Esports doon sa pagkuha ng league. Sa tingin ko, mas mabilis ang link pagdating sa pag-response kaysa sa Roger. Kailangan pa ng kasama ng isang Roger. But then again, Shin, let's move on. Same.
Very same. Yeah. Very same.
It's the same.
Yeah, blue side Omega PH Sports prioritizing on the Yuzong, but this time they're the one who has the Selena. Alright, for that. And wala nang that is true. I mean, kung Ling ang una mong pinerspeak, walang problema. Like, that's the problem kasi, naalala ko to tinuro sa atin to ni Midnight dati. Merong mga klase ng draft na ipopwersa mo yung kalaban talaga mag-adjust. Hindi necessarily adjust, pero the keyword is dictate. No? Sa ibang laro to sa ibang laro to tinuro sa atin Midnight na pag normally kaya yung isang laro parang pinapakita ka agad yung court to dictate. Yung link okay lang kahit sinong i-drop dyan kasi parang nangyayari, nililimit mo na yung mindset ng kalaban to tunnel vision onto the link.
Yes.
And still, link is link
Yeah, I also think that link is better right now kung ika-class mo yung mga carries. Pero, Omega Esports, same picks, pero ni-reverse lang nila. Last 2 picks nila to kanina at kinuha nila ngayon agad. Lots of sustain. A lot of sustain.
Pwede may Chango yan Pwede may Chango yan sa totoo lang. Lagyan mo kaagad ng Duranchi.
Chango, no?
Chango, oo. For that.
Depende sa
natin. Kasi may may Selena na pero pwede pa rin sumideline pero tingnan natin pa rin sa Blacklist International kasi baka pang-bait din yung ginagawa dito ng Omega PH.
Parang may binibait Ang hinihintay ng Omega PH right now is their course.
Your team is back.
So meron ng isang support yung Omega, that's the Hilda. So ang hinihintay natin is another support, the Heat Heat Hero.
Yeah.
GZ.
I forgot. The Hilda can actually embrace the Chango ng napakabilis. Isang itak nga lang, babagal yung Chango. It's very risky. So what you'd want is farsa na lang. Just so if you go wings by wings, madali ka makakatakas. That's right. So you just went with Parsa. Pero you really want to fight this Omega PH Sports squad with distance. Kasi ano ngayon ang sabi ko parang ang aga ng Roger, pero ngayon Manjin, paling ko maaga yung Esmeralda.
Dito sa Omega, no?
Aga ng Esmeralda.
Yeah, interesting kasi binan na dito ng Blacklist International ang Lancelot. I'm na naubusan ng tempo carry itong Omega PH. Walang Yishon Shin. Roger is available for their team. Kung pwede, kailangan nila ng tempo base kasi ang bilis dito ng Blacklist yung tatlo. Ikaw na you know the strengths of the Selena and ayun na yung pang-counter ng Blacklist. Kailangan nila ng burst.
Oo nga naman, ba't mo pa ipapashield, tumatagos yun.
Kailangan nila ng burst dun sa threshold. The more HPs you have, the more lost HP na meron ka, easy lethal counter para sa isang Balmond. Anong sagot ng Omega PH?
Men, ang ganda ng Balmondis.
Oo. Tams is open.
Sila
Gacha is open. I don't know, hindi walang ganun gacha.
I think if you're Omega PH Sports, you want more utility. So far, you are lacking in crowd control. They're going for Hayabusa.
Ang natira
They need the range, siya. They need a range.
Your
Ay,
team
busang
is
natira
picking.
Oh!
I'm speaking of Stan. They need the range of that. You know.
Kailangan natin kantahin ng intro.
Naku mga kaibigan. Of course. And obviously with the Cyclops, there is no surprise there for the Blacklist International in choosing the Hylos. I actually don't like the Hylos pick lagi. Pero kung may Cyclops, yes, go for it. Dediretso ka lang, ramang ka lang dun sa Cyclops. Saluhin mo lang lagi lahat yung Star Power Lockdown. Yeah.
Planets Attack at the Star Power Lockdown. I like the Cyclops against the Ling. Kahit saan pumunta yung Ling, habulin siya ng Planets Attack. Pero nag-agree ako sa iyo, Shin. I think masyadong maaga yung Esmeralda pick. Could have been better siguro kung Hilda and Lancelot sila. Kasi I think yung Hayabusa dito yung medyo magiging mahihirapan na pick para sa side ng Omega. I think Blacklist pa rin ang nagdikta ng draft. I think mas maganda yung naging adjustment ng Blacklist.
Yeah.
Pero Cyclops is back. And
we've seen the Cyclops play through in stellar, in a stellar manner mula doon sa qualifiers natin. It was used by I think Archangel yata or Signal basta during their match in the qualifiers. So again guys, Cyclops is totally viable po guys, and it cannot be discounted and should be high impact in this game. Depende nga lang sa high loss. If I'm gonna be putting my vote, Manjin, boboto na ako. I'll put my vote though on Blacklist International pa rin.
Parang nag-a-agree din ako sa... Actually, hindi parang nag-a-agree ako sa'yo. Para mas mabilis yung pwedeng atake dito ng Blacklist. Kasi naka-bounty si Full Clip. So, ibig sabihin yan, gigera sila ng gigera. Ang kailangan nila ay burst. So, meron na agad sa baba.
Sa baba. Inikot na ni si Balmond, binantayan niya na rin yung kanyang orange buff. So, buff count pa lang, maganda ng senyales at signos to sa isang Ling.
Oo, pero pag tumagal to, ang taas ng damage and makunat pa rin ang Omega PH Esports. Mag-uumpisa lang dito ang laban pag ang Blacklist International gumera na kanina. Yung Ling, nakuha, meron pa silang orange buff pwede pa i-contesto ng Omega pero nakabantay ng matindi ang Blacklist International. Level 3 ngayon. Level 3 ngayon si Full Clip at mukhang mauuna siya sa kanyang level 4.
Yeah.
Ayun na nga. Ayun,
mauna. GZ and pwede nila bakbakin tong wave sa mid. Kung may stall yun kagad ni Dexter pero they will rotate on top. They want the Yuzong level 2.
Yeah. Pero ang ginagawa ng Omega PH dito, alam nila na may threat na meron ang Blacklist, kaya mas inuunahan nila sa clear wave. Inuunahan nila para kahit paano hindi makaangat agad. Ito na naman yung coin dance. Shinbu, Heat, and Hayes are here. Level 3, Full Clip. Another steal.
Nakuha na si Retribution is there. Is very, very wise. So, medyo, alam natin dapat early game nag-shine si Hayes dito. Ano ang problema? As the game drags on, he will be lacking in mana. He has to recall. Baka alam na yan ng Blacklist International. There is a time limit on the Cyclops. It is determined by the mana.
Oo, kailangan niya kasi
Nasimula.
mapipilitan ka mag-spam kasi you want to utilize the cooldown reduction of every skill you take. But I think the main problem here is full clip is leading, I think.
Yes.
Amen. Even though lamang ang Omega dito ng siguro 20 gold. Etneb, nakukuha ni full clip yung gusto niya. Well, actually nakukuha din naman ni GZ, but it's gonna depend on who's gonna make the first punch. Kasi again, nire-respeto pa rin nila yung isa't isa. Ang tataas pa din ng single target damage kills.
I can't help but ang ganda rin pa, tol, just want to mention pala yung farsa natin, side lane na. Side lane farsa tayo ngayon, kay Aqua. So,
pwede ma-burst. Pwede ma-burst.
Yeah. And that means, more gold, more items early para sa farsa. Aaray ka. Even if you are actually, wala nga parang super tanky hero dito sa side ng Omega eh. Aaray pag may nalapagan talaga ng Predator Strike. Yata si Curtsy dito.
Sinumulan na nila kasi alam na nila na may turtle eh. Kailangan na nilang ilaban to. Shinbu, that is the stun. Pero
Mamamara si Curtsy darating dito si Ace. Goes for Dexter. Okay, tinamaan ng Star Power Lockdown doon yung Kramer. Buti na lang, napatay pa yung Kramer. Akala ko magsusubay pa yung Kramer bet. Yeah. Nakokontrol na nila ng mabuti ngayon itong Cyclops. I think alam yata ito ng mga membro ngayon ng Blacklist International. Arrow will not connect onto that Cyclops. Then I think wave clear na lang gagawin doon nila Ison.
Yeah, cool down. Yung Star Power lockdown. Gusto sanang kumuha ng push ng Omega PH Esports. Blacklist International, ang ganda ng decision nila na naghiwalay. Could have been sana na si Dexter lumapit kay full clip. Pwedeng dalawa pa sila nahuli. So, good decision making for both of these guys. Even Omega PH, hindi na sila nag-overstay. Alam nila na cooldown yung skills nila. Pwedeng mag-counter go ang Blacklist International. Shin, 4 minutes na, wala pa rin nagta-turtle.
Wala na Dragon
Tail yung top.
Yeah, at wala ng Dragon Form. The moment na nag-Dragon Tail doon si Kurt Z, very, very basic rules of engagement. Guys, if you are setting up for a gank, mag-antay ka kahit isang spell lang. Kasi kung in terms of trade lamang na kayo, that's how they did it after the Dragon Tail. That's the signal.
That's the signal. Napakagandang control ng Blacklist dito sa top lane. Pero, sa kabilang Ibayo, teka lang, bago ako kita, huli ata si Ajizi.
And namahalam dito si Kamaru. Edward flickering out. Isang batok pa kay Hit. Tinaga ng itak. Hamig na dito si Maring Hit. Pero of course, wala na rin pwedeng ibato pa ang mga taga-Blacklist.
For a support, you really want that trade. Kahit anong mangyari, full clip leading by more gold against his enemy carry, level 9 against level 8. Pero onto the good part naman sa side ng Omega PH, mukhang masaya si Toshi against Aqua. Pero mukhang nabati natin kasi sabi ni full clip, Kuya Manjin, saglit hindi pwede magsaya si Toshi. Bibisitahin ko na. Kinontrol nila yung bottom lane ngayon, lilipat na sila ulit sa top lane kasi gusto talaga nilang kunin itong top.
Yeah. But I cannot but feel that Blacklist has the range, can respond. Aqua is still farming.
Oo nga eh.
Resting gusto ko na makita gaano kahakde yung feathered airstrike niyan. And right now, ang pinapunch nila is Kurt Z. Walang iba. Kurt Z has been impactful on the Yuzong kanina pa, di ba?
Yeah, level 7. Level 7. Actually, si Aqua is level 7 din. It's still an even ball game pa rin. The next turtle is at the top lane. Both of these guys, they want to control it kasi doon nila makukuha yung next objective eh. Pero sa tingin ko, masyadong nadidistract yung Blacklist dito sa top. Si Toshi is having a great time sa baba.
Pero madali kasi nakakabalik si Aqua. Nag-set up ng death brush si Aqua eh. Doon sa may gitna. Kaya may konting yakap na nagawa doon si Toshi. He can easily return with the wings by wings. And ang maganda lang doon, Toshi has the control on the crab.
Oo nga. Toshi, the crab coin. Pero pwede niya abangan si Aqua. Pag eto si Aqua na pamali ng
easy ng lapit.
Binibait, jabated.
Wala nang first crow wala nang first crow.
Toshi, ay!
Uli ka, Benchi! Hindi natin nakita sa camera eh. Pero inaro eh, diba? Toshi, sinundot-sundot. Parang nakawalekta ng magandang fishball na luto. Pero ayun na yun, full clip would have to walk away.
Napakasarap nun kapag tutusukin mo yung fishball tapos hindi effort yung tusok mo. Ganun yung araw eh, sobrang swabe.
Grabe yung tusok nun eh.
The spider sense is real eh. Kitang-kita sa camera eh, Toshi, sabi ni Toshi, atakin mo ko. Pero sabi ni Aqua, alam mo, napanood ko na eh, bait yan eh.
Di na,
Tapos si Victor ni Edward eh.
di na nararamdaman si Cyclops. Ramdam yata ng Blacklist yung talagang scaling nila no?
Ang mahirap kasi dito, Babs, si Cyclops, kalaban niya si Jean Grey. Si Aqua, the
Hindi
Phoenix
ba?
Force. The Phoenix Force is real eh.
Jean Grey ba siya?
Oo, si Aqua.
Kaya pala, tapos ito si Eson, si Biz no?
Si Biz.
Tingnan natin, nandito sila ngayon kay Blastoise, and let's see here, Currency, tapos na ang Dragon, onto another form, and now pushing to the front line, kumanta na rin si Aqua, lapit si dito, biglang na-pinto siya, and again, that should be it, that is the first major fight that we have, and no casualty was listed.
Nag-ambahan. Kumbaga sa boxing, lumabas yung score, parehas 30 points. Ladies and gents, you are now witnessing high-level Mobile Legends coming in from both of these teams. Walang masyadong nagkakapatayan eh, pero legit eh. Legit moves eh.
Tulog ka, Big Pem. Yung unang unang attempt mong tumusok ng squid ball.
Oo, yun na yun.
Agad, yun na yun.
Pasok agad.
Walang
Yun ang
miss,
masarap.
walang miss.
Minsan kasi may mga squid ball na umiikot kada tusok mo eh.
Oo,
Masyadong
oo.
maraming kantika.
Tapos pag na-jackpotan ka pa ng mantika, talsik,
Check ka, nako.
mapaaray ka
Hindi
dito.
sulit yung benching kong bayad. Kaya sabi dito ni Full Clip, ganito tumusok guys ha.
Ganyan tumusok ganyan tumuhog tol eh.
Ganito. Endless battle coming into the BOD. Looking at the items. Heptasis dito. Si Kuya Mo.
Nakakamiss yung nakakamiss mag-fishball no?
Oo nga eh, wala na eh. Shoutout sa mga, sa mga
sa mga
Kuya nating
lords natin, at sa mga manggagawa. ML lords din yan, tol.
mga fishballers.
Oo.
Mga fishballers. Iniintay ko na lang gumawa sila ng basketball team tapos tawagin nila yung sarili lang fishballers.
Tamang lapag lang sa kawa tapos na sila 1 games na sila bahala na yung honesty system na lang. Tingnan natin dito, full clip goes in and the blade of Tempest impales the eye of Haze, and that's it. 1-5 na at maganda na ang kontrol at ulma sa larong ito ng Blacklist International.
Hinahanap nila kanina pa na damage output na nandito nga kay Aqua at kay Full
Lord,
Clip.
resurrecting
Easy crits, easy burst. Kahit gaano kakunat ang Omega PH Esports dito. Ay, pwede. Pero, Hajizi, the Wonder Kid!
Oo,
Aqua!
pinatay ni Strider Rayo si Jean Grey.
Marvel versus Capcom na pala ang laro eh.
Tignan natin dito, full clip going in. The focus is into hit. Tandaan mo, natank din yan. Ang ganda naman ng bump out na ginawa ka agad doon ni GZ. Before getting tagged by the arrow sa mukha dito ni Higgins. Binigyan ng Rubik's Cube sa may pinakalikod din. Immobilized na nagagawa dito ni Tosca agad, and Edward will be able to flicker out. He won't be saying goodbye. Marami pang boy talaga dito sa Blacklist International. And that's it. Marami nang nabato na rin yung Omega PH Esports.
Nagkaubusan na naman ng skills dito. Dexter popping the glorious pathway. Toshi with the good star power lockdown. Stardust Dance. Ultimate. Falling Star Moon combo, but still, it was not enough. Nagkakaroon na ng mga sustain items dito. Look at the respect of both teams. But then again, lamang sa pyesa ang Blacklist International. The towers are gone. That's why mas lagi silang nauuna sa laban. Mas may araw, Kuya Tosh!
Takbo! Takbo hanggang may lupa!
Tosh!
Nawala na yaya, tol! Wala na napapaligiran na yung bahay Kita mo sa minimap wala na nang kasi siya ay isang dalaga, pangalan Esmeralda. Tingnan natin dito, coming in, Edward receives the Ogi Shadow Kill. Ang problema, walang ult ngayon. Yung main funnel dito mga taga Mega PH Sports, kaya naman lumapit ka agad dito. Si Full Clip, tuhog ulit after Blade of Tempest, tapos kantang mainit. Mula naman dito sa perfect airstrike ni Aqua. Buti na lang makunat ang harap ng mga taga-Omega.
Pinilit na nila ilaban kasi alam nila na wala si paring Toshi. Ibang klaseng arrow coming in from Edward. Pangalawang beses na yan, Edward! Pangalawang beses na napana on negating Omega PH from their plan.
Yes.
Same spot, doon sa Tri-Brush. You don't want that kung ikaw ay Omega PH kasi yun yung nagiging opportunity ng Blacklist to take team fights. Look at this, Toshi, he was sitting pretty well. Kaya gusto sana ni Toshi kontrolin yung side lane eh. Kasi he knows. But the problem, may vision control. Ang daming ability ng Blacklist to see more parts of the map. may glorious pathway sila, may power sa ultimate, may ling, and then yun nga yung walang kasawaang pana. At yun yung
Yes,
naging problem.
yes.
Meron na namang key victory dito.
Wala
Ang
nang
Black Knight.
Cyclops skill ha, wala nang Cyclops skill, wala nang Star Power lockdown, sinalo ka agad, ibinato kay Dexter, hit sa may pinakalikod, alam ni Aqua yung doon, walang flicker round si Aqua ngayon pero hindi na mahalaga kasi uhaw at bura na, mga membro dito ng Omega, hindi pala, ang nakakuha ay kay Ison, buhay lamang ang bawas doon, tapos meron yung na-slay, si Aqua yung napatay dito ni paring hit, habang umahabol naman ulit kay Dexter, bumawi ang Omega mga kaibigan, may pagbangon ng api, the gold leaf doesn't matter, the only one is the kill, and Dexter here, pinilay. Tingnan natin kung may mamamatay pang isa, hindi na, and a 4-4 non-exchange, that is for Omega.
Mr. Fundamental Hate kasama si Half Amazing on the damage and everything at sumugod pa nga si Full Clip. Hindi pwede kay Mr. Fundamental yan. Hindi natin napapansin. 4-0 na pala siya, Shinbu. The Hilda from Heat outplaying everyone for Blacklist International. Perfect spot to land the wild access, to land the planet's attack. Blacklist International, they thought that they had the damage, but no, hindi pala. All thanks to the Oracle, all thanks to the Curse Helmet. Heat putting
Siyempre,
clutch.
all the shakes to that map din, kasi ang daming damo doon, promise, para kay Hit.
Yun ang
Sobrang
mahirap
enhanced
kapag
yung sustainment. Pag maraming damo talaga, mga kaibigan, kita mo baka mabura, Iso naman na mag-flicker out, body block ni Dexter, and I think that should be it. The Lord enhanced now on its way, traversing for the mid.
Isang capability ng Hilda na maganda. Akala mo tank lang siya, pero hindi. Hindi niya kailangan ng damage item. So, may pwedeng part na hindi mo siya papansinin sa laban at ayun yung nangyari. To the point na, hindi sila, ikaw na nagsabi, ang daming damo. Kapag kumapit ka talaga sa damo, pre, kung saan-saan ka mapupunta.
Kaibigan, let's go for Ison! Mapanganib ang buhay ni Ison dito, bumundol na kaagad yung Lord doon. Buti na lang may wave clear, top lane na tinatrabaho din. Kaagad ni GC, walk away si GC, quad shadow ang binitaw dito. Hit naman naman body block, nakuha yung arrow dyan ni Edward. I think that should be it. Depensa ngayon ang ginagawang buo ng mga taga-blacklist.
Just one outplay coming in from Omega PX and his girl's pathway. Shibu,
Nako mga kaibigan, after the Black Dragon form, sinubukan nilang hindi lang i-break the code, kundi break the walls of Black Lead nun, tol. Pero hindi nagawa, naka-flicker out pa dun si Edward, re-engage na ang mga taga-Omega. Pero that's it, they would just walk away with one casualty and take a breath. There dito sa laro after the death of Hit.
kumanta si Chris Jericho, break the walls down.
So,
Ang gawin ng Omega PH yun, but I think masyado rin silang naging malalim. They did not respect the capability pa din ng Blacklist sa team fight burst na mangyayari. Perfect glorious pathway para kay Dexter na pahalang, na somatic kung sino man ang tumapak doon. Kapag sumupok maging deep yung Omega PH, mas slow at hindi makakaalis agad ng ilang segundo. So Dexter, huge props on landing that one. Yung super slow, nakapag-set up pa ng magandang depensa ang Blacklist International.
Di na rin basta-basta nakaka-assassinate kasi talaga si Full Clip dito eh. Yan ang problema.
Okay.
Ang kunat ang laruan, tol.
Ipumakunachi na lahat.
Ipumakunachi lahat sa totoo lang.
Hindi na matutumba ang challenger. Kasi maipumakunachi, si Ipumakunachi. Ganun lang nangyayari dito. Kailangan na nila dito siguro ng mga items to burn down everything. A glowing wand, probably. You need crits and you need burst for both of the teams. Pero mas Omega na nagdidikta. Sila ko girls, pathway na naman ha.
Sobrang init nila mga kaibigan. Eso sa may pinakaharapan. Third na dumagutan. Full clip ng ult yata si Aqua. Nako, nanitik na. Pero tingnan natin. Kita mo ba? Yung may pinakalikod dito. Mga kaibigan sa mga kaibigan for the full clip sa may pinakalikod. He wants to target to Haze. Of course, Planet's attack activated din. Pero ang layo na ng narating. Mga kaibigan.
1-1. That is a side laner. That is an off-laner against sa GZ. But I think Omega PH don't care kung sino yung namatay kasi lahat sila dito may damage. They're trying to find full clip. Full clip. Okay. Oh my God.
Alam mo ang mahirap. Yes, full clip can kill a GC, can kill Haze. Ang problema, no one can kill Hit. Wala silang marksman, wala silang continuous damage. You have Aqua, but that's not enough on the Hilda tol.
It's game for the taking. And ngayon lang natin napansin na concussive blast pala siya. So dagdag extra damage din for their team.
Promise,
Tatagal pa
Lord,
to.
resurrect you soon.
And can I just remind everyone na Omega PH Esports ang may record ng pinakamatagal na game ng MPL. And it seems like we're going there. Parang na-foreshadow ata natin, Shinbu, ganon kalupet itong dalawang teams. Defensive items.
Yung pwesto ni Toshi.
Oo nga. Ang ganda lagi. Uy,
Ito na mga kaibigan, Toshi goes in. Tumalon para dito kay Edward at saka kay Blackwood. Super pa rin. Abante dito si Kurzi. Ladies and gentlemen, ayan ang tinatawag nating setup, 4-bar setup. Pero ngayon pa lang din darating naman sila full clip. At alam mo na may minion wave. Kailangan nilang i-cut. They went for the buff. Full clip denied. Tapos Eson naman, he went for his Blade of Tempest. Grabe ang habol ni Hit. Galit na galit kahit sinong maliligaw. Sasapakin niya ng itak na bingaw. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the second kill. And I think Omega na has the control of this game.
hindi na pwedeng umayaw, sabi ni Heath. Yung ginawa ni Toshi, kakasabi mo lang, Shib, saksak patalikod, saksak patalikod. Pero imbes na mainis, sila yung nakakuha ng kills. Nice flank from Toshi. Hindi in-expect ng Blacklist. Actually, kanina pa siya nakakapag-land ng sobrang lulupet na falling Star Moon. This kid is putting in the place. Oo.
Full clip, lumapit ha. Saan malalim yung full clip? Nadali yung Yuzong doon. Nadali yung Aqua ngayon. Offlaners are saying goodbye. Pinch Boys palayo na lang dito after makapatay. Si full clip.
Curtis, he was the one to sacrifice his life. Ayaw pa rin gawin ng Blacklist. I-give up itong Lord kasi mahihirapan na sila. Hindi sila makapatay. Look at Toshi. There is a buff sa Esmeralda right now para doon sa kanyang shield. And Toshi is yung HP, ilang bars yan? 4?
4 bars.
4 bar setup.
Yun yan. It's a sure Lord here for the side of Omega PH Esports. They can totally give away that bottom lane turret and it won't be even taken in by full clip.
Pili ko na Eson!
Oh, we went for the ult. That was almost. Tingnan natin kung may makukuha doon. Toshi would be able to back up pero na-shutdown naman din. And a killing spree secured as well by full clip. 1 kill, minion wave, goes for the push. Basag yata yung base. Yes! Mga kaibigan, depensa pala. Buti na lang.
Muntikan pa, Kuya Shinbu. Isang one-hit na lang. Pero men, kanina question natin yung sabi natin, maagang Esmeralda. Yun pala ang plano. Late game Esmeralda against the Shields. Oo, against the Shields. At mukhang basag na to. Omega PH still proving that they are a threat para sa laban natin na to, Shinbu. I think malapit tapos ha. Oo ha.
Diretso ni Kurtz yung taas. And igornado na lang. Battle of attrition. Yung mga very interesting itemization here for full clip. Went for that malefic roar yata yun, mga kaibigan. Just so
Halberg din. Oo. Halberg and Malefic roar kasi alam niya na grind time at lugi na sila sa towers. Kailangan nila dito isang magandang clash, maka-wipe out, easy basag. And again, mukhang ang hirap ng sitwasyon. 2K lang ang kalamangan ng Omega PH. Kanina pa yan.
Mabasag yung inhibitor turrets. Expect mo na yan against Blacklist Inter.
May Cyclops Star Power lockdown bago ka lumapit. At kahit pindot-pindot ka lang second skill Cyclops, okay na eh. At ako, inuna na yung Cyclops.
Yeah, they were yung Cyclops. He's going in for that. Na-body block naman kagad nila Hit at nila Kurtz. Mambout sila. Lumalayo na yung Blacklist International. But this is not good for them. Ako sa may pinakalikod. Dinidisrupt kagad ni Kurtz dito. Pero kita mo may naging gate. Hindi pala immortality lang din. Lexter here getting dead. And of course, also a boost na ginawa kay Essen. And now Hit into the front line. That is gonna be the inhibitor turret na buburay na ng Omega PH. Wow, round 2. Further airstrike dito. Tatakbo si Essen ngayon. Doesn't want to pop the immortality. Pero ng minion wave na paparating dun sa pinakababa. Focus yun kaagad ni GC para may magawa na ring huling tulak dito against Blacklist. Nako!
Eto na ba? Eto na ba ang gagawin ng Smart Omega? Inuna nila si Cyclops pero hindi nyo kaya. Leader ng X-Men. Sabi dito ni Henry.
Init ni Tony.
Going down. Omega PH. Pero namatay dito si Paring Hayes. Pero let's see. Omega PH. They want to end this. There you go. taking the victory with the adjustments that they did. Your victors, ladies and gents. What a series.
What a series. That was well fought by Omega PH Sports. Not just well fought, but also hard fought din, mga tol. I cannot but feel napaka-impacting hit doon, no? Very threatening Hilda for that game. Not to mention Kurtzy din. I want to comment Kurtzy, despite being behind, he played it really wise yung Yuzong. Kasi nakita mo yung rotation ng Dragon niya sa may huling part ng lapat. Nandi-disrupt na lang yung Dragon niya eh. Make sure na hindi spell si Aqua. Ngayon kung mini-stall na sana siguro Chango nga talaga. Kasi hindi nakaka-cancel yung Chango niya eh. Pero yeah.
I think it's a 5-man effort para dito sa Omega PH. Meron lang sigurong mga nag-rank up again yung mga flanks ni Toshi, Heat with the outplays, and Haze na inuna. Actually, alam na naging blacklist, may problema tayo sa Cyclops, unahin natin. Pero hindi mo mapatay agad. May movement speed extra din. And beautiful ML and Shin yung sinabi mo na mag-full circle.
Full circle nga.
At full circle na. Ang tough. Sobrang hirap ng MPL ngayon, guys. Excited na ako sa sasabihin ni Wolf kasi ang daming pwedeng i-dissect sa game na yun.
Sa game na yun, yeah. That is the chunkiest game of this series. We're gonna be heading into a very, very short break, after which we'll have the post-game analysis for this one. The MPLP Season 6 regular season will be back.
Are you game to be great? Now you can with the new Smart Giga Games 99. Get 1 gig data all day, every day for Mobile Legends and more. Game to be great with Smart Giga Games 99.
When uncertainty is our reality, we rise above with the things that matter. Gigafy happiness. Gigafy love. Gigafy friendship. Gigafy dreams. Gigafy hope. With smart Giga music, video, games, work, and stories, we let our passions run free in the new world we face together. Smart, live Giga.
Welcome back to the MPL Season 6, and that was such a good display of Mobile Legends action. Definitely mula sa Omega Esports, mukhang nagpapakilala ulit ang Omega. I would say, one of the smartest ones out there when it comes to their draft. At ang ganda rin ng kanilang execution this time. Really identifying the errors that Blacklist did all throughout the game and applying it, punishing it para nga naman makuha nila yung victory. That's one thing that I would like for you guys to understand. Hindi porke lumalamang na yung kalaban nyo, hindi porke nakakatakot yung ginagawa ng mga kalaban. It's totally good already. So there's a lot of layers now that I want to say why Omega Esports in this specific game were really smart on how they were dealing against a Blacklist. So one thing na kailangan natin set up dito is yung mid-game natin sobrang even. In fact, Blacklist nakakalamang ng pakonti-konti, but it was still dead even. If you look at the game, anybody could have won it. Now, it's great that they have this Cyclops going up against the Ling. Hindi siya ganun ka one-sided matchup, by the way. Once you pick Ling on the other side, hindi automatic na countered siya ng Cyclops. You still have to be really good about it. Now, Eson played the Balmond. This is a side laning Balmond, core Balmond, while Edward parang siya binalik sa kanyang quote-unquote position 4 role or yung kanyang Selena role, sinasabi nga natin from previous seasons, which was good. Everything was good para sa Blacks. They have answers to Hilda, Esmeralda, Yuzhong by using this Balmond that ultimate really would have been that executing factor laban sa Omega PH Esports. So what are we setting up here? Una is dead even yung mid-game, and Blacklist International, they do have a lot of tools to go up against Omega PH Esports. However, Omega Esports, nag-adjust sila along the way. The game prolonged for so long that they knew how to answer yung mga overextension ng Blacklist. magbibigay sila dito ng ibang mga heroes na nasa labas, and they know that Blacklist International, if they find Toshi, for example, or the Yuzhong, maghahabol at maghahabol sila, and then doon na sila magpapunish. I think that this happened many times in the late game, at doon na sila nanalo nung mga laban. Kapag nagamit na ng Blacklist International yung mga resources nila on one hero, that's when they pounce. Haze's positioning is very important, by the way. Nakakuha siya ng magandang burst downs, and of course, the star power lockdown is, if not a counter, always a threat laban sa lane. Full Clip didn't feel as comfortable as game number 1 because of the haze factor that we're seeing. Cyclops, mga kaibigan, isang one-dimensional hero as we talk about. But if used properly, it could be really dangerous for the teams. And I like that Toshi jump on the backlines. Of course, started with Hilda. By the way, Hilda, na-mention ng mga casters many times throughout the broadcast that Keith actually played well with this Hilda, and I would have to agree. The way that he controls his opponents, using yung kanyang immediate burst on important heroes like that of Edward as well as Aqua in many times in the game really paved the way para maging comfortable naman yung Ling kabila. So, our smart MVP of the game, it's gonna be Heath. I like the itemization, going for a lot of magic defense coming up from the Cursed Helmet as well as the Oracle, and to couple that with the region that you get, tapos nag-Antikyras in the end, I think that really helped them control this Ling over the course of the game. So, breaks of the game natin for game number 3, how Omega Esports won against Blacklist is to win the break-even, win the tug-of-war during the mid-game by punishing the nuances of Blacklist. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng nuances? Ito yung mga usual na reaction ng isang team towards one action that you do. And I think that for good 15 minutes, Omega Esports were just studying what will Blacklist do when they do this. For example, may ilabas natin si Toshi, ano yung gagawin ng Blacklist, and this is what they do, and then they countered afterwards. That's one thing that kailangan nating i-take note, is that if you understand how your opponents react to what you do, maybe you can win this tug of war that we are saying. This is a professional match, mga kaibigan, and high level ang mga plays ng kalaban. But you can always get away from winning by actually studying your opponent's reactions to what you do. That's exactly what Mega Esports did in this game number 3. That's how they won the series. Well done, by the way, for both teams, particularly Blacklist din. Napaka-solid din ng kanilang pinakita, and we are excited to see more. Nevertheless, this is series number 1 of the triple header natin today. NPL Season 6 is brought to us by our official tournament telco partner, Smart. Forge stronger bonds with your team as you conquer the battlefield. With Smart Giga Games, just enjoy 1 gigabyte of games all day for Mobile Legends, Facebook Gaming, and more. Just dial *123# and choose Giga Games. NPL Season 6 is also brought to us by our official sponsor, Realme. Realme is celebrating their first Realme Fan Fest and #DareToBeRealme campaign. So visit their official page at fb.com/Realme Philippines to know more. We also like to thank our official sponsor, Gillette. Get up to 50 diamonds with every purchase of Gillette's Mach 3 Razor, Vector 3 Razor, or Blue 3 Simple Force Pack in select Pure Gold doors nationwide. #Shave the Day with Gillette. We also would like to thank our partner in esports, PayMaya. Get 7% balikbayad when you purchase your gaming pins via PayMaya, the better way to pay. Promo runs until August 31. Big thanks as well to our partner in esports, TikTok. Just search MLBB sa TikTok for a chance to win premium skins. Napakadali lang. Search nyo lang MLBB sa TikTok at may chance na kayong manalo. Of course, our official gaming headset partner, Logitech G. Here like a pro. Of course, MPL Season 6 is powered by Moonton. My name is Wolf, your analyst. More from me and the rest of the casters and the rest of the teams when we head back. Up next, it's going to be another series of Mobile Legends action. Kita-kits.
game to be great? Now you can with the new Smart Giga Games 99. Get 1 gig data all day, every day for Mobile Legends and more. Game to be great with Smart Giga Games 99.
The way you live your life depends on the network you choose. Your movies, music, and games can only be as good as your network's speed and strength. Slow means
Game over.
but the Philippines' fastest mobile data network means
Game changing.
choose the network that gives you what you truly enjoy. How do you know about this Giga Life?
Simple and smart ako.
When uncertainty is our reality, we rise above with the things that matter. Gigafy happiness. Gigafy love. Gigafy friendship. Gigafy dreams. Gigafy hope. With smart Giga music, video, games, work, and stories, we let our passions run free in the new world we face together. Smart, live Giga.
Realme smartphone. Dare to leap.
Watch me, feel me,
Realme Watch. Time to be smarter. Realme Dare to Leap.
don't pay cash. Para may balik bayad ka.
You've got me on the edge. Legit, right? Not quite. Just like your disposable razor. It's time you switch your disposable razor for your legit first shave so you can be every bit legit. Gillette Mac 3.
For a closer shave, less irritation, switch to
Gillette Mac 3.
Hi guys, I'm Shinbu.
At ako naman si Manjin.
At kami ang Manjin Thunder.
And this is the MPL Meta Dive.
Kung saan pag-uusapan namin ang mga napaka-importanting bagay at detalye sa paglalaro ng MLBB.
And for episode 1, papakilala namin sa inyo ang Sanctuary Lord.
Ayun na mga kaibigan, the Sanctuary Lord, one of the biggest objectives sa paglalaro ng MLBB. This guy here actually works much like a minion din naman tulad ng Lancer, Infantry at Cannon. But you have to fight him first, no? Before he will join the fight for you. Ayun ang pinakamalaking bahagi ng Lord para sa inyong team, no? This Lord, upon taking him, upon fighting him, will be joining you in pushing a lane. Makikita niyo dito sa ating screen, ladies and gentlemen, that the Lord here has joined the red side team in taking the push against the inhibitor turret of the blue team.
Kaya nakikita na nga natin na ang red side ay ginagamit na ang Lord sa kanilang pag-push. Ang tanong, paano nga ba nila nakuha yan? Saan at tuwing kailan mo makukuha ang Lord? Napakadali lang naman ang sagot. Ang Lord po ay lumalabas either sa taas na part ng jungle or sa babang part ng jungle. Every 9 minutes within the game ay magsuspawn ang level 1 na Lord. Ngayon, ang tanong, kukunin mo ba mag-isa o kukunin yung 5? Depende sa kalakasan ng team nyo yan. Kailangan nyo lang mag-ingat kasi ang Lord ay merong mga skills. Yung una dyan ay yung Casual Spin at yung pangalawa naman ay yung Tidal Burst. Again, pag napatay nyo yung Lord, nag 9 minutes na, every 4 minutes ng laro, nag-e-enhance yan. Ang tanong, paano pag hindi nyo napatay ng 9 minutes? Kapag nag-12 minutes, biglaan siya magre-respawn mag-isa. Magpapalakas siya, kumbaga. So, kada Lord na kada kuha nyo ay lumalakas.
Kaya naman hindi lang basta pagkuha ng Lord ang kailangan mong konsiderahin. There is of course the damage, the execution spell, and also the positioning. All of which that results to you in taking the Lord, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, after the Lord has been slain, you can have the Lord fight for you na nga. Wherein you can encash and of course lead your team to victory.
Bibigyan kita ng example, Kuya Shin, ng isang napakagandang play na ginawa dito ng Sunsparks laban sa Onyx sa Grand Finals ng MPL Season 5. Pakabuhay lang ni Creed dito at kinukuha na ni Nakiel BJ ng mga kampi niya yung Lord, tapos gusto nang i-contest ng Onyx. Pansinin natin na nandito si kaibigang Wise sa base at alam nila na lugi ang Onyx dito. Pero titingnan natin dito dahil polado na si Kiel BJ, si Grid, sinubukan niyang kunin si Dilar actually. Pero kung titignan mo si Grid, guys, ayan, kung nakikita niya kulay pula, nag-decide siya na wag na lang natin kunin yung Lord. Psychohin na lang natin yung kalaban and let's play mind games with the Lord. Dahil kung mapapansin nyo, mag-zoom in yung camera dito sa base and kinuha na ni Grid yung opportunity dahil alam niyang naglo-Lord yung mga kalaban niya. Sabi niya, why not? Tapusin ko na lang since nasa Lord sila. So, with that in mind, one thing to take note sa nangyaring play na yon ay ang Lord po ay hindi lang basta pwede mo kunin, pwede mo rin siyang gawing bait or pwede ka mag-strategize ng kahit anuman sa pagkuha ng Lord. Ganon yun kaimportante. Hindi yun mangyayari, hindi mangyayari ang victory ng Sunsparks kung wala yung Lord attempt na kinuha nila.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The very basics of information pagdating sa Sanctuary Lord and of course sa mga advanced tactics that revolves around the Lord of Fight. I am Shibu with the one for an eye.
At ako naman si Manjin. At kami ang Manjin Bu Tandem. I hope na magamit nyo yung mga strategies na yan sa mga future rank games nyo or sa mga normal games nyo lang. Once again, this is the MPL Meta.
Game to be great? Now you can with the new Smart Giga Games 99. Get 1 gig data all day, every day for Mobile Legends and more. Game to be great with Smart Giga Games 99.
Your life depends on the network you choose. Your movies, music, and games can only be as good as your network speed and strength. Slow means
game over.
But the Philippines' fastest mobile data network means
game changing.
Choose the network that gives you what you truly enjoy. How do you know about this Giga Life?
Simple and smart ako.
When uncertainty is our reality, we rise above with the things that matter. Gigify happiness. Gigify love. Gigify friendship. Gigify dreams. Gigify hope. With smart Giga music, video, games, work, and stories, we let our passions run free in the new world we face together. Smart. Live Giga.
Realme smartphone. Dare to leap.
Watch me, feel me,
Realme Watch. Time to be smarter. Realme Dare to Leap.
Don't pay cash.
Hey, Maya.
Para may balik bayad ka.
You've got me on the edge.
Legit, right? Not quite. Just like your disposable razor. It's time you switch your disposable razor for your legit first shave so you can be every bit legit. Gillette Mac 3.
For a closer shave, less irritation, switch
To Gillette Mac 3.
Magandang gabi, Pilipinas, at welcome sa malaking mobile tournament sa bansa, ang MPLPH regular season, ngayong season 6. Kakawin yung anchor, should bumili one for a night, syempre kasama ang aking analyst,
Manjin Faldas, at
Syempre,
kami,
ang Manjin Bu Tandem. Syempre, maraming salamat sa ating official tournament telco partner, ating mga sponsors. You get Smart here. Forge stronger bonds with your teams as you conquer the battlefield with Smart Giga Games. Enjoy 1 GB of games all day for Mobile Legends, Facebook Gaming, and more. Dial star 123 hash and choose Giga Games 99. We also got our official sponsor, ang Realme, who is celebrating their first Realme Fan Fest and hashtag Dare to be Realme campaign. Visit their official Facebook page at facebook.com/RealMePhilippines to know more. Biggest shoutouts as well to our official sponsor, Gillette. Get up to 50 diamonds with every purchase of Gillette's Mac 3 Razor, Vector 3 Razor, or Blue 3 Simple 4 S Pack in select Pure Gold doors nationwide. Hashtag Shave the Day with Gillette.
partner in esports Paymaya. Get 7% balik bayad when you purchase your gaming pins via Paymaya, the better way to pay. Promo runs until August 31. Partner in esports TikTok, search MLBB on TikTok to win premium skins. Again, i-search ang MLBB sa TikTok para manalo ng premium skins. Official gaming headset partner Logitech G, Hear Like a Pro, and power by Moonton. Shinbu, here we go.
Yeah.
Series number 2.
Yeah, series number 2 just came in mula sa Blacklist International versus Omega PH Esports, a very heated series with relatively low kills, no? 2-1, 3-game series yon. Eto, Blue versus Yellow.
Blue versus Yellow. This is it. Parehas primary colors. At pareha. Ayun, tama. Ice man. Primary, red na lang ko lang dyan.
Yellow.
Red na lang ko lang dyan. Primary colors forming the secondary colors, but it does not matter. Blue Fire struggled against NXP last time that they met, and so Onyx PH natalo din sa Bren nung Friday. Both of these teams, they want redemption right now on their second match in the MPL. Like what you've said, importanteng maka 2-0.
Yeah. Yes, and again, parang spectrum match to eh. Dalawang magkabilang dulo ng ating season 5 din na standings. Anyway guys, kilalanin muna natin ang mga teams. Una ay ang Blue Fire.
Unleash the heat! Halos po lahat ng kaklase ko po na naglalaro na po ng Mobile Legends. Nakisali na din po ako, tapos pinagtatalo ko po sila.
Umulas kami sa dati naming sponsor para manap ng mas better opportunities.
At first, nagkaroon kami ng sobrang daming struggle kasi ang daming offer. Sa lahat ng napili namin, ito yung pinaka-okay na opportunity.
After last season ng MPL, lagi ko sa nakakaroon ng rank game. O sakto yung role na tank support is kulang.
Nakakalaro ko po sila sa rank game, tapos ang lakas ko daw. Kaya kinuha nila ako.
Panindigan mo yan, ha?
Nung una, wala talaga akong team nung pagtapos ng MPL Season 5. Kinuha naman nila ako kaya naging kompleto yung roster.
Ngayon, pabigat na rin ako sa team ko.
Ating mga viewers, presenting to you the Blue Fire team, composed of Secret True, Unseen, Kribzu, Puzakin, and Limbs. This is already their second series to be taken para dito sa ating regular season. They actually debuted din nung unang araw pa lang dito sa ating first week din. And obviously the expectations for this team is still on the depths.
Yeah, of course.
The part here is that Puzakan did claim na marami silang preparation na inihanda rin, compositions to roll out. Yeah. But they did roll out a very interesting composition. Actually, hindi si Rafflesia to lang unang kumasa ng Digi.
Oo.
Digi itong Blue Fire bigla, pero different strategy, like standard strategy on the Digi.
Aga-agree ako sa iyo. The Blue Fire, nakakita pa rin tayo ng something new on their lineup, on their first take ng game. And this time, kalaban nila ang isa sa mga nakakatakot talaga na teams. And ang storya na pwede nating makita dito, Shin, is, nasabi mo na yung pangalan niya, Puzakin against his former teammates. Paano nila ngayon formulate yung strategy nila ngayon? For sure, may alam, may clue si Puzakin kung paano maglaro ang mga kalaban nila.
Always a question, how will they fare talaga against powerhouse teams here in the MPL? Because, yet pa talaga malalaman kung gaano nga ba talaga rin kalakas itong Blue Fire. Mga kaibigan, presenting their opponent, it is gonna be the Onyx Esports.
Na-discover ko yung Mobile Legends Bang Bang nung unang release pala nito sa Philippines. Pero nung MPL Season 3 Grand Finals, doon ako pinaka-na-intrigue dun sa game na to.
Na-discover ko yung Mobile Legends Bang Bang nung nasa US ako kasi kinaka-addikan ko ng mga pinsan ko dito sa Pilipinas. Tapos yun na yung naging way namin para mag-bonding. Napunta ako sa Onyx page recently lang kasi lumipat ako ng team. Ay nag-looking for players sila. So sabi ko, malaki chance na mag-champion. Talagang comfortable ako lumipat sa Onyx.
Gusto ko nang sukuhan yung paglalaro kasi sobrang dami ng sacrifices na binigay ko para lang ma-pursue ko yung pangarap na yun.
Onyx PH, Oh My Venus, Wise, Iyak, Nude, Lar, J, Basic. No stress, no pimples. Yan. Kapansin-pansin sa team ng Onyx. They struggled against Bren nung Friday and kinikilala natin sila ngayong mga Avengers dahil gusto nilang makuha yung kampyonato. Still, kinukulang ang efforts pagdating sa dulo ng championship pero consistent pa rin ang team. Now, with their new lineup, na nadagdag na si Basic, a lot of hype, of course, still with this team. Shin, I've talked to the managers of Onyx PH
Si Madam
recently.
Mili.
Kay Mili, kay Tori, Toriyama, and they said mas trip nila ngayon na magkaroon ng flexible cores. Unlike last time nung setup nila flexible tanks, flexible supports. This time parang na-realize nila ang dami nating supports and kailangan nating mag-set up ng mga cores. Probably makikita natin 'yun sa strengths nila sa mga future games, and what they did on nung last Friday ay superb din nga talaga. Binigyan nila ng magandang show lahat ng tao nung natuwa nila ang Bren, and for sure mabibigyan pa rin nila tayo ng mas marami pang sorpresa. Ikaw na nagsabi nito, Shin. Ikaw na nagsabi, marami ngayon na ini-expect ang mga tao for Onyx PH to win this. We do hope that Blue Fire could step up kasi again, stack din yung lineup ng Blue Fire ngayon.
Yeah. We will know. Actually, para makita nyo yung agwat ng dalawang teams natin, we'll pass it on to our resident analyst for the better breakdown of this upcoming match. Let's get it on to Wolfcast.
Thank you so much, casters. We are going to be breaking down the stat line of Onyx PH coming up against Blue Fire in this featured second matchup natin for today. You know what? Interesting kasing isipin na may stats tayo sa Blue Fire kahit pa new team sila. Just because of the fact that they all have already players that played in the previous season, including Onyx PH's own Fuzaken, now playing for Blue Fire. However, hindi pa natin nakikita si Fuzaken being activated sa Blue Fire. Maybe that will be true in coming day. Now, Onyx PH naman, they are leading when it comes to the stats. Almost all of the stats, I would say. Siguro sa first blood count lang sila hindi mas marami, but when you look at how much they get, it's always leading against Blue Fire. That's only because of the fact that Onyx PH is more successful than the players of Blue Fire in the previous season. Successful enough na back-to-back po mula sa MPL Season 4, Season 5, Onyx PH are your runners-up. And honestly, madaling ibigay ito sa fact na parang always failing ang Onyx PH. But if you look at how they performed in MPL Season 5 and Season 4, they are indeed successful already. Our player head-to-head match, former combo supports Fuzaken and Jay. KDA rate of Fuzaken is incredibly higher than Jay compared. Pero same sila with others, other averages. Now, ang interesting is Fuzaken and Jay, they played together before. They were good. Na Fuzaken is playing for Blue Fire. Jay is now a mainstay as a support dahil ang sub na kinuha ngayon or 6-man na kinuha ng Onyx PH is Basic. Ang talagang malupit dito is Basic might be able to prove himself as a legit player against his former teammates. Siguro, at a certain point, I really would like to see Basic being put in the starting lineup nga ng Onyx PH. Kasi rarely ang mga teams kukuha ng isang player na, lalo na kapag successful ka, Onyx PH was successful, MPL Season 4, Season 5, and they get a player from a non-successful team, or at least hindi ganun ka-successful compared to them. And you will wonder, bakit nga ba siya yung napili? Will Basic be activated in this specific game? We don't know, but we are excited to see. That will be amazing dahil former teammates against former teammates ang labanan. Sino ba talaga ang mas matikas? Abangan natin, Blue Fire versus Onyx PH. Back to you, casters.
Maraming salamat, Wolf, and thank you for the reminder. Totoo, former teammates versus former teammates. Manjin, tol! Tumawag si Ginoong Valdez, tol.
Destol.
May sinabi.
Parang tumawag pang ratings ata.
May lalaro.
May maglalaro. I think before we head into the draft, I think it's confirmed na Basic will start out the 5 dito sa Onyx PH. You know what? Interesting kasi na maraming nagtatanong, bakit core ang pinili nyong 6th man? para sa Onyx PH. And what I've known na nakuha ko kay Natoriyama was that pag dumadating sa mga grind games, pag dumadating sa mga best of 5s na usually napupunta ang Onyx PH, and with the new format right now, mas nagkakaroon ng mas nagiging fresh kapag core yung papalitan. No, kasi parang mas stressful ang magiging core kasi ang dami mong pressure
Palalay sa'yo
on your side, di ba, no? Kapag grind games. So parang sabi ng Onyx, why not we change a little bit? Parang baka pwede namang core ang mag 6th man. And actually, knowing Onyx, Chin, hindi nila tinitreat yung 6th man nila as 6th man eh, 'di ba? Inano natin pinangalanan natin sila na sila lang yung may kayang mag-activate ng 6th man kasi kapag iba na yung naglalaro like previous season, si Jay, nagbabago din yung formula nila basing sa playstyle ni Jay. So, ang course nila right now is Wise, Iyaknu, and Basic. So, it's depende kung sino ang papalitan, kung sino ang magsasabi, and yun din yung magiging formula. Ang tanong, nabasa ba to ni Napuzaken? No? Kasi ang interesting dito nung storyline na, hey, former teammates ko yan, alam ko yung galawan yan, ganun din kay Basic para sa side ng Blue Fire.
And I want to affirm more yung sinabi mo na pagkakaroon ng sub para sa core, no? In terms of practice, discussion in history din, ginagawa na talaga yan ng mga formidable teams dati. Way back pa, mga kaibigan. In Korea, actually, there is a top laner with a top player, mid laner siya. Tapos, meron siyang sub na mid lane din. Tapos, ayun, like, they alam nila na may patig talaga yung core. Kaya also mention na, bakit ang ganda isub ng core? Kasi, tol, ramdam talaga yung, hindi siya ganun ka-impacting in terms of playstyle, ha? Core yun, kuya siya na. Paano hindi naging impacting in terms of playstyle kapag pinalitan? Guys, ang core is the player in the roles, no, or the role that doesn't prioritize setup.
Yes.
Scaling po ang core. Yun ang pinaka-importante sa core. He needs to get farmed, he needs to get the proper rotation, he needs to have the micro mechanics that is needed for team fights, no. Doon nagigauge ang isang galing ng core. Yung setup, iniiwan mo talaga yun sa mga tanks mo, sa support mo, sa side lane mo, sa pressures na ina-establish mo. Kaya naman, okay lang. Pag ang sinab mo kasi yung mga support, sa totoo lang, nagbabago yung playstyle ng setup eh. And setup is more team impacting compared to the core na basta kailangan tuba yung core. Diba? Kaya okay, napaka-viable lang na magkaroon talaga ng core na sub.
Napakaganda ng point mo, Kuya Shinbu. And of course, thank you to Onyx PH for sharing that info to us. And it seems like Blue Fire will stick to their main 5. Right now, Puzaken is on the bench side. He is probably helping out with the draft ngayon ng Blue Fire. Again, you don't underestimate MPL teams. Now, Blue Fire, binaon nila yung Kimi last time, but unfortunately, may mga checkbox sila na hindi na-check nung last game nila. Ngayon, yung baon nila, marami na naman bang checkbox? Kasi I think, one thing na pwedeng ma-adjust dito ng Team Blue Fire is probably play the fundamental way. Kasi ganun din maglaro yung Onyx PH eh. Ayan na nga. Chingo.
Ganun Khalid. Pero remember, Khalid has been played consistently. The lanes are actually good for Khalid so far. Based on the record to, anong previous 2 days natin. Pero in terms of win count, medyo tablado pa si Khalid
It has good crowd damage, AOE damage. Pero parang hindi hindi bomba eh. No, yung Tams kasi minsan bumobomba yan eh.
Bumomba rin.
Parang I think mas kailangan pa ata ng damage build for the Khalid. We're gonna check that out, guys. We're still gonna check that out kung anong baon dito ng Blue Fire. Pero yun, sinabi ko na, bomba. Tinapatan nila ng bomba yung Khalid. Tams on Blar. One of his signature heroes, it's either Dlar or Iyaknu, pero pag Tams talaga Dlar yan. Okay, Venus. Venus is now going for
the PNK, no?
The Popol and Kupa. And Basic as the
YSS.
ang taas ng vision control Kapag Selena ka na may kalaban, Mountain Shocker, alam mo kung saan manggagaling yung pana ni Selena dito. Pero okay din naman sa Blue Fire kasi meron din silang mga traps. Pero I'm liking the first P-picks ngayon.
Lancelot. They decided for the Lancelot. No? Dalawa lang din kasi pwede na talaga maban on the second cycle. Ling will be completely ignored here. No bans now onto the main carry ng dalawang teams natin. And okay yung Lancelot sa totoo lang kasi once talaga this YSS use traceless, you have a lot of troops to actually dodge it. Compared to the Ling, no, na yung dodge, ang shearing, striking difference ng Lancelot tsaka sa Ling, mas frequent yung dodge mechanic ng Lancelot while during combat. Yung Ling, in, out. May sure kang out. Yun yung strength ni Ling. At syempre mas mobile si Ling.
Your team is
Pero I like the Lancelot against the Popol and Copa kasi ang gusto ni Ling maraming units na kalaban para unli-proc ang kanyang first skill. So with this, mas madali niyang ma-reach yung mga gusto niyang ma-reach. And ayun, si Yi Xuanxin kaya niya ring i-outdo.
Remove i-outdo. Okay.
Paunahan din yan So, yun, nire-respeto na ng Team Blue Fire yung kakayahan dito ng Onyx PH. Yeah, the Cho is now gone. Pero may hero pa si Jay,
Jay tsaka Yak no hero yung wala pa sa Onyx PH dito. Whereas Onyx PH are eyeing be the bad side dito ng Blue Fire. Blue Fire is yet to show actually their tank.
Oo nga.
Pero they could actually hindi magi-struggle doon sa sa PNK. Yung pala, they believe that even with the Selena, they would still pick the Parsa sa tingin dito ng Blue Fire. Onyx doesn't feel threatened with other tank options. And again, Blue Fire is like a team that is willing to pick up Digi. So medyo dito tayo magkakaroon ng shake-up. First, ano pa naman yan ang may last pick call naman din is Blue Fire.
Let's see. Kasi interesting yung Parsa pick, no? Parang ine-expect ata nilang mag-other lane itong Selena. We shall see. Anong pwedeng mga open dito na side lanes? X-board? Hellcurt? Kaso ang lambot.
Just go for the X-board. Not even sure naman siya. I think the safe one would be
Hilda X-board?
Hilda, no? Or someone to establish pressure. Hilda. Okay.
It's probably going to be Hilda Selena support or Hilda side lane tapos Selena tapos isa pang support. Kasi yung Khalid it's side lane unless they would play it as a support.
Pwede ka Balmond para kay Jay if Jay plays Balmond on it. Para side ng Onyx, no?
Yeah. Namimiss ko yung KJ
Oo nga. I'm thinking din of Kaja pero parang ang risky.
Panghuli lang sa Lancelot
Hindi kailangan palang kunat dito ng Onyx PH. They need to allocate some force on the front. Actually, they could go side lane Esmeralda. Iyak no Esme. They went Balmond. So they decided Balmond Esme. Okay. I thought it would be Iyak no Balmond siguro, no? Ganon.
Ang pangtulak to sa pantulak sa Hilda. At ayaw na kalaban ng Lancelot yan Ayaw ni Lance yan
Si Lanceta.
Oo kasi Thorn Throws, iikutan lang ng Akay Kasi alam niya kaagad kung saan siya Interesting yung Akay pick.
Yes.
Anong
of course,
answer ng Blue Fire? Esmeralda.
They're the one who chose the Esmeralda for this. And that's the problem. Ang ganda ng comp ng Blue Fire.
Yeah.
On that part. Yeah, because the Hilda scales brutal on the late game. Kapag may damage siya, may kunat din. You have Esmeralda for the front line. You have Lancelot here. Unless Super Stellar, at parang sa early game doon may command ngayon yung Onyx PH. Unless Super Stellar yung pressure kagad and scaling ng Onyx PH. This might be a very exciting game. In terms of draft, ganda sana talaga ng draft ng Blue Fire dito. But I have questions dun sa apat, no? But I have, lalo na sa Esmeralda pick, but I still have doubts on the sino ba? Aladdin, si Khalid, mga kaibigan.
Si Bob.
And just based on the stats and their performance, I would put my vote onto Onyx.
Yeah, basing on the stats, basing on the execution, I think mas maraming bumoboto sa Onyx, pero I really like the Esmeralda pick. Kapag nag-late game, ako, I believe na yung Balmond mahirapan siyang abutin yung threshold eh. So, shoot the stars, I think Blue Fire ang game number 1.
Alright, yeah. We'll see, no? Believe in the fate.
Yeah, let's be honest, guys. We don't want to sugarcoat na nasa stats, no? Na Onyx.
Nasa stats kasi.
Definitely, Onyx will probably win. Pero again, yung Blue Fire, naghahanda sila ng todo. Nakita mo naman yung Kimi comp last time. It did not work. Okay, but again, these guys, they did their assignments. For sure.
Yeah.
And mukhang
And
hindi
the
rin sila
headline is Basic is playing, you know. Basic is playing right now. Clearly, kahit sabihin nga natin na hindi ganun ka-impacting yung play style in terms of setup ng isang core sub sa play style ng isang team.
Yep.
Still nakadepende sa timers. Like you can now compare and contrast Wise and Basic.
Depende sa depende sa hero pool din yan eh. Ni Wise and Basic eh. Pwedeng si Wise yung mahilig magharit, tapos si Basic yung mahilig magling. Yung mga ganon eh.
Inaantay natin. Kasi si Wise, di natin na pumadaan para sa ling eh. Diba?
Hindi natin masyadong nakikita magling.
Yes,
pero nagliling naman. Oo. Kaya, interesting. Interesting picks for both of the teams. Again, ang boto ni Shinbu is Onyx. Ang boto ko is Blue Fire. Esmeralda, I really think na ito yung magiging make or break hero for Blue Fire to win this kapag umabot ng late game. Pero kung ang situation is kapag nabigyan ang Yishun Shin ang only power spike, it seems like early game ay mapupunta sa Onyx PH.
You have to be mindful about the ultimate of the Yishun Shin, about the vision, because Onyx is very familiar in playing around with vision. At dito na tayo guys sa ating mapa. Unang laban. Unang game rather of our second series. Onyx PH versus Blue Fire.
There we go. Execute para kay Dlar. Ibig sabihin, gera agad. Ang gustong gawin ni Kuya Dlar dito, sabi nila, may Balmond na kami, may lethal counter na kami, may execute pa kami. Burst is the way for Onyx PH to win this. And ang dami nilang pang zone to protect basic. Meanwhile, Cripzu, we just clear out the wave. May ginagawang invade ang Onyx dito sa purple.
Yeah, ang init ni Cripzu ha. He wants to really disrupt, pero retribution eh, sinigurado na lang ni Basic dito. At lalaban sila, force the flicker out from Cripzu.
Ang ganda ng follow-up dito ni Iyak. No, minake sure niya na clear muna yung waves. And then, nakikita niya si Cripzu na medyo nagiging agresibo, nagkaroon ng threat. So, napigilan ng konti yung gustong gawin ng Blue Fire. Buti na lang kamo nakuha nila yung purple.
Ang dali dito ng Blue Fire, nag-rotate sila. Ayun, finally, kinuha nila yung bait doon sa mid ng Onyx PH. Kasi alam nilang walang retribution si Basic dito. Tapos, ayun, they started on the blue. They canceled the purple buff. Sorry, not blue. Purple buff. They canceled the purple buff. So, nag-delay man dito si Basic sa kanyang buff. Makukuha niya pa rin, yun lang.
Naghahanap ata sila ng isang hero to reset it. Pero mukhang magiging risky. Sabi nila, let's play safe na lang. Nakuha naman natin yung purple buff natin, pero hindi na maiiwasan yung vision control ng Yishun Shin. But it's still good. Because Chu is still having that retribution on his arsenal. Pwede nilang i-steal yung orange dito, pero mukhang magpo-farm na lang dahil mukhang gusto nilang i-set up yung turtle take doon sa bandang baba. Meanwhile, Iyakto is doing well against Limbs. And Secret falling low. May execute dito si Dlar, ha?
Not to mention na, I want to point out, no, Cripzu has no flicker, pero he keeps on rotating pa rin. And alam ito ng mga taga-Onyx, they can actually capitalize on that one. Ayun.
Makunat masyado rin.
Madali inikutan lang naman, pero Cripzu, I don't think mamamatay si Cripzu dito. But enough to zone din para hindi makalapit doon sa may crab. Dumating na dito ang mga squad ng mga taga-Blue Fire, mga kaibigan, Azula. At kita mo, bura, kaagad ang isa mula dito sa Onyx. Yun ay si Jay.
Fresh blood para kay Chu. Masyadong matagal na nagstay ang Onyx on that part, and Jay doesn't have the ultimate yet. Ang ganda ng 1,000 pounder stun, but the kit of the Hilda is just so wondrous. So men, lamang sa lahat ng resources ngayon ang Blue Fire. Joke lang, dito lang pala na-negate itong dito na to.
May quick konting lead dito yung Blue Fire, pero maganda dito is they're very much willing to fight on this one. Actually, makadisrupt lang dito si Ansi. Napakalaking bagay na. Let's see here for the arrow. It misses its mark, pero at least should be enough para makakuha naman ng turtle dito mga taga Blue Fire. In course, may natatarget doon si Crimson. Flicker out ang ginawa, tapos na-engage sa ibang mga membro. Patay si Yak. Patay din si Jay dito. Baka may susunod pang patay mula dito sa Onyx PH na may dalawang buhay. But that's it, 3-0 habang nalamang ang Blue Fire.
Nahuli dito yung tatlo nung ultimate ng Falling Star Moon sabay torn. And like what we've said, this is a good pick. Hilda is also a good pick para sa side ng Blue Fire kasi hindi ma-burst eh. Kailangan pa magka-damage ni Basic at kailangan kasama din si Tams. Kailangan kasama si Dlar to get that execute kill. What Onyx can do right now is to sustain the sidelines. But look at this, Kripsu!
Member dito ng Onyx yung talong na pwedeng gawin ni Nims. Buti na lang nakatakas sila. Pero hindi ko alam kung sino nakakuha. It would be a basic of the crab coin. Crimson na may Gedli, maka-percent ng Blue Fire. Yun lang. Masyado yata malalim. Pumasok.
Ayun, na. Naku po!
Triangulo. Yung mukha dito may buyos.
Natatsulok is real para dito kay Chu. Men, could have been. Buti na lang kamo yung nakaharang doon sa araw. Kanina pa sana nabasa yun. Pero Blue Fire now rolling. 6-0.
Pambaliwan yung MPL. Sinabi natin, execution. Execution, 6-0, Blue Fire against Onyx. Hala, Bertin.
Tricks. At ayan pa, pumapasok pa sila paring Crimson dito.
Mga kaibigan naman dito si Crimson. Limbs naman sa may Gedli. Hindi pa yan natapos ang laban. Pero alam natin kung anong ginagawa dyan. Turtle, kuha dito. Nila Chu.
Hindi nila ma-out damage. Hindi nila ma-outburst si Hilda, si Kripsu, at saka si Limbs. And interestingly, Kripsu and Limbs, men, kanina pa sila umarap, the flanks are real. Hindi pa nga natin nakikita gumagapon si Secret eh. Tapos,
lagi na lang nasa harapan si Kripsu, palakat-lakad. Alam mo kung anong tawag dyan?
Ano?
Creepwalk.
Creepwalk. Real talk. Para kung creepwalk, eto na ignite the flame!
Hindi ka maprunong mag-creepwalk. Real talk.
Real talk. Mapuro ka lang TikTok. Sabi dito, ng Blue Fire. Kailangan nyo rin konting creepwalk to the Harlem. Oy, ako po.
Alam mo yun mga tol, bago na uso ang TikTok, may creepwalk na.
May creepwalk. Dati magtatandaan bago mauso yung I'm Savage. Alam mo, ang usong tunog nun, rock, demo, rock, demo, rock,
demo, rock.
Left, right. At ganun yung ginagawa ng Kripsu eh. Left, right eh. Kanina pa siya nagdano. Feeling ko, yung Onyx PH, in-expect nila tong, hindi nila in-expect tong Hilda aggressiveness.
Oo, Dol.
So,
ayun, pinagtatagalang si Jay dito paglapit. Hindi nga pwede makas ni Jay. Yung Hurricane Dust, kahit yung aso walang pake sa mga tambay na kung may creepwalk. Kripsu here, establishing a lot of pressure against the members of Onyx.
Meron pa kasi dyan, Babs. May pana si Kuya Ansin. Ayan o.
Nga, eh, no?
Si Ansin, focusing